I'm currently traveling in my van in northern British Columbia, up in the Cassiar area. Back in the 1800s, there was a huge gold rush out here, and at times 10,000 miners were along the creek here seeking fortune. And in 1877, they found a 72-ounce gold nugget in one of the creeks out here. But by 1878, much of the gold had been removed out here and the fortune seekers moved on. But not all the fortune seekers, because today there's still people out here digging for gold. Today we get to meet Adam, one of our subscribers that invited me out to see how they do things out here. This is a whole new experience for me. I've never seen any of this stuff before, so it was totally wild. So today they actually shut the whole plant down so we all could have a little bit of fun and show you guys and me how they do things out here in Cassiar.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're up here in northern British Columbia, and right now we're gonna see if we can find some gold up here in these hills. In there is one of our subscribers. His name is Adam.
Adam and his family have been mining this location for generations. He even showed me the area where his grandfather had mined in years past. But currently right here is just a small crew. Just Adam, his father, and Sarah Marie, one of the workers.
That is crazy. So he's dumping stuff in there, and it's getting rolled through that. The big rocks are coming out this side, and the smaller ones are going down through there.
So yeah, I'm just feathering in the material very slowly so that we can make sure we're not overfeeding the sluice box or the wash plant. Because if you overfeed the sluice box or wash plant, you'll end up losing gold. So you have to be very careful on how much you feed. I got a camera system, so I got one in the drum, and I'm watching how much material is in the drum. And I got a camera on the sluice box, so I can watch how much material is actually coming down the sluice box.
Their season up here is usually as soon as the snow goes away to as soon as the snow is about to arrive. So usually from May till sometime in October. And as of right now, they came out here a little early this year. They've been working every single day since April with no days off. Until I came out here and they shut the plant down for the day so we could go out and take the quads up in the mountain. That's a little later in the video. Burn off some steam and just have a little fun. But every day they tried to scoop at least 100 scoops into this machine, and then after that, they take all the small little pieces back to camp where Dad actually pans it by hand.
I thought this is supposed to be your day off.
I don't ever get a day off.
So Adam said today's the first day he's had off in a very, very long time, and I put him to work.
Slave driver.
I wanted to see what he does. Anyway, guys, this is Adam, one of our subscribers.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This was super freaking cool. So how much gold do you think actually gets washed out there by accident?
No gold mine is perfect. So, you know, you're looking at about 5% of your gold will usually be gone if your box is set up perfectly.
Yeah.
So,
Where are you going with all my gold?
well, there's more to come.
Oh yeah, that is one big impressive machine. You wouldn't want to be caught in the way of that thing, let me tell ya. So they don't get much down days around here, but when they do, they're gonna show me what they do. Today we're taking the quads way out in the mountains.
I gotta say, this thing as a means of transportation is pretty freaking badass. Looking down the trail like that with that on the front, move!
So after the white guys came in the 1870s during the gold rush, the Chinese came in after, and they took out more gold than the white guys.
Oh yeah?
They're way more thorough about how they mine.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 10,000 of them here at the time. But yeah, they came in here and they washed every rock by hand. Every rock was washed by hand and placed. So each one of these rocks, you gotta imagine, was washed by hand and placed. So what they would do is they had these channels, and they washed the rock in the channels, and the gold would settle out in homemade riffles in the channels.
Wow.
All up and down the creek in the back of the bush tree.
It's insane.
How strong were these guys, like, to lift these? Like, these rocks are heavy.
Yeah. So they dug a trench to bring the water, and the water would just run through?
Yep.
Wow.
And they'd have riffles in here, and then they'd wash them, stack them.
They're all over out here.
Oh, this whole spot all the way from that old trailer to over here is all raspberries.
Wow. We're going for a romantic walk through the meadow.
Well, you're our first and only visitor this year. Yeah.
You guys see that mountain right there? That one. We're taking the quads out and we're going to the top of that mountain.
That mountain right there.
To the freaking top of it. I am pretty sure this visit here is gonna make me go buy a quad after this and a trailer to pull it behind my van. I've been wanting a quad so bad for so long, and I think driving to the top of that mountain in one just might be the moment that I change the way I live my van life and bang, add a quad.
Hopefully it fits your head. My head's pretty big, so I figured
Does it fit your head?
this one fits mine, yeah.
No. Anything to protect the noggin will help? Sweet, dude. Oh, that was so freaking cool. Anyway, we're gonna go check up on Cruzy Bear before we take off on the quads. Cruzy's got a new little friend over here. And yeah, they got a little base camp here and welcomed me to stay for as long as I want it. Maybe I'm moving in. Who knows?
Today is a day of doing things for the very first time. The first time I've ever seen a gold claim, the first time I've been on a quad since I was 16, the first time I've ever been that far up in the mountains, and also the first time I've been fly fishing. Yep, that's coming up.
I'm splashing Cruzy's food everywhere. Man, I love my subscribers, especially when they invite me to places this freaking epic. Cruzy, have some breakfast, buddy. It's just a small breakfast. We're ready?
We're ready.
Look at this fleet. So is there 3 of us going?
Sorry?
There's 3 of us going?
Yeah, Sarah's gonna come with us.
That's a 911 guy. Well, we get a problem.
Oh, perfect.
I'll come and say, you
We're
guys.
probably gonna need one. I'm getting a tutorial.
Hey.
Front brake, back brake.
Yep. Go power. Heated hand grips. That's your reverse override winch.
That's it. So as soon as I push that, we just go.
And that's this is your 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive right
And
here.
this will just stop and stay safe when I let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're gonna stand high. And if we need to go anything else, let me know.
Yeah, I'll give you the not the loser sign, but the low sign.
So like we gotta go to a stop to go into low, or we can just go.
You kind of stop and then you just put it in low.
Okay, well. Perfect.
You'll know when you start
So
climbing.
when you call me a loser,
Yeah.
loser, got it.
This isn't Top Gear.
Got it. Ooh, these are warm, bro. We got heated hand grips on this Cadillac. All right, we're ready. So an adventure is not an adventure unless something goes wrong. They're gonna tow each other back to camp. They went back to go grab another quad, but I gotta say, I want one of these things really, really bad now. Now these guys are getting the taste of like YouTube, where you got to stop, prop the camera up, and I got a passenger now because her quad is down for the count.
This is where today got wild for me. Not only because we're ripping around on the quads and they're a ton of fun, but I got to see the point on this road where it was no longer accessible by vehicle, where I would have had to turn around my van home and not explore any farther out, not knowing what was out there past that point where the road was eroded and I had to turn around. But with a quad, this is what makes me want to buy one, is I could hit that point, offload that quad, and see that road right out to the bitter end like we did today. This road ended thousands and thousands of feet above the valley below, and the lookout at the top was insane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful British Columbia.
What's your name? Nobody knows you yet.
Sarah Marie.
Sarah's gonna
It was awesome to have Sarah there to hold the camera to show all of you guys how far up in the mountains we were and the sheer beauty. Going up here and watching the trail, making sure that I was placing the quad in the right place, but yet still trying to enjoy the view around me was wild. because I've never in my life been this far up in the mountains ever.
Shake it out, Chromie, shake it out. You guys see the size of that freaking hill?
I think you can pin it at the hill. Oh, wow. Wow.
That was so
Wow.
This is insane. I know another YouTuber that would hike up here. I'm not gonna do that, Foresty Forest. I'm gonna buy myself a quad and I'm gonna drive up here. This is insane, you guys. That was the wildest ride.
That side's back brake, but your foot's the back brake as well, so you can use your foot brake.
Man, that was freaking nuts. Just got back here to camp to check on Cruzy Bear, and he's having himself a nice relaxing day, aren't you, buddy? And I was back here for literally 2 minutes, and Adam's dad's like, yo, Chrome, you wanna go fishing? Okay. Well, apparently Chrome's not a fisherman.
Hey, nobody's fisherman. I didn't get anything either. I usually catch something. So you did good. Some stuff. So this is the material we get out of the sluice box up top. The trommel. You know, you've got
Yeah.
trommel in the sluice box. So this is the stuff that they bring down here for me to screen out. So we screen it into different sizes,
Yeah.
into different bins, and then we run it through our Vortex long tom, and then bring it back and we pan it out. So we try and get as much gravels as we can, and just get down to the gold.
And we brought a bucket back today too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
That one had some nuggets in there.
yes. So you can see we have a few colors in there already, which is a good sign down there. So we got some colors.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is why the rubber is, because
So each screen's a different size.
each grain is different size, and so typically we get a lot of, in this ground, it's a lot of flakes. There's not a lot of nuggets because of where the location that we are on the creek. Further up the canyon, you can get nuggets, but down here we get mostly what's called flakes. As you can see, there's 2 flakes there. There's 2 decent flakes here. But that's typical of the size of flakes that we get, and we get some fines. So those 2 are.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad sign. It's quite a wild time. When I came up here in 1976, but we went to my first rendezvous in 77, and I said to the fella, how far is it to Whitehorse? I've never been to Whitehorse from Cassiar. He says, a case and a half, he says. That's how far it is. So I said, okay.
Judge it on how much you can drink
That's
between
right.
here and there.
That's right.
Nice, I like that.
He was the driver, and I was the guy cracking the beer for him. And when we got to Whitehorse and rendezvous days, you can walk down the middle of they block the streets off. You can walk down there where drinking beer and stuff like that. There's still like a little bit of the Wild West still left up there since that time. Oh yeah. So not as good as the first pan, but that's okay. And they look really cool, nuggets and flakes. But what pays the bills is the real fine stuff, because the fine stuff is much heavier and denser. So we've got some nice flakes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's Lifestyle Overland.
Oh yeah, I like it, man. Yeah. So it's like a smaller version of another version of what's up there.
That's correct. That's exactly right.
So the gold is supposed to fall into those little.
Yeah, they'll fall right in. Usually the first few runs they'll fall.
Holy cow! Look at that.
We sift out, we get into 2 or 3 of these little buckets like this. So typically what miners like to do is, they're saying is if you can get an ounce every 100 yards, you're doing good. So that's my dad, that's what he used to try for every year. So that pays for the bills, and you know, so if anything less than that, you're probably not doing very well.
Cruzy's super interested.
She likes the cold
Oh, he loves the water. He's like, more water.
Oh, I'm gonna get the spot. Oh, I think I'm gonna get it.
Cruzy's like, can I eat that?
This is really cool.
No, yes!
Oh, she's worried. She's worried. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
He lets us to go.
What can I do
go
for you,
fast.
sir?
Go fast. You got your water?
Oh, look at that, buddy. Got some potatoes,
Carrots for you.
some wieners. You gotta like a smoky that doesn't even fit in the bun.
Hey, you guys. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, no worries. You're not gonna get rid of me if you're gonna keep feeding me.
That's all right. You're welcome to stay.
Yes, free parking.
Yeah.
Look at that, dessert too.
Apple crumble.
Oh, what a freaking day. Oh, that was epic. Oh, that feels good to let these feetsies breathe a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I can start to feel the muscles in my back be a little bit stiff from holding on to that quad. My gosh, what a day I had today. Doing something I've never done before. I've never been that high up in the mountains and looking down. My gosh, what an experience. Now I know why people hike to those crazy mountain peaks. The rush of looking down is insane. I wouldn't be the one to hike up there. I'd be the one to drive up there in a quad though, that's for sure. So I can tell you one thing. Tonight, I'll be spending some time online Googling quads. I think we're definitely going to add one to our life, whether we tow it behind this thing or we build a really rad trailer for behind the ambulance. But that was an experience today that really changes everything out here. Like for me to be able to, drive up onto those epic mountain spots that you guys see on my channel all the time is a lot of fun. But if I could be out here and go, oh, I can't make it up there, park it, pull the quad off the trailer and send it up to big mountain peaks like that, for an hour's quad drive while Cruzy Bear sleeps in the bush. I don't know if I could leave Cruzy behind. I kind of have to. But my gosh, would that ever change travel? And when you've been traveling on the road as long as I have, it takes a lot more to get excitement out of the areas that you travel, and that's the truth. Traveling is an absolute time of your life blast in the first handful of years. But after you've been to one lake 100 times, every lake becomes to be every lake. Things kind of blend together a little bit, and you require a lot more to spark that excitement. I think adding a quad and being able to come out to places like this and adventure up roads like that thing can't get to would change the freaking game. But I also learned a lesson today that quadding with a secondary person is safer. Because what if one quad breaks down? What do I do way out there when I have a broken quad by myself and my home is parked down the mountain somewhere? So maybe we just buy 2 quads and then travel with somebody and go out with friends and stuff like that in those scenarios, and always make it like a team and buddy situation. I think that would be a lot safer because one quad can tow another quad, which is pretty wild. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. We are sleeping over here tonight. The hospitality from these guys has been so beautiful. Going to bed with a full belly and a happy heart, and what more could you freaking ask for in a place as epic as this? So right now we're maybe half an hour, 45 minutes outside of the Yukon, and I was thinking about hitting the road first thing tomorrow morning, and then Adam said, "Hey, Chrome, you want to take the quads out again tomorrow?" I said, "Oh, heck yes." So we're staying here another day. All right, y'all, keep your double V's up. I'll see y'all in the next one.